L'ambasciatore George Hara, venture capitalist, presidente di Alliance Forum Foundation e consigliere speciale del gabinetto del primo ministro giapponese. Welcome. Excuse me for
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Yeah.
It's the only. My English is like Renzi's English, so it's disgusting, sostanzialmente.
Yeah, my Italian is the same thing. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. Your Italian is better than more of journalists. Cioè, il suo italiano è molto migliore di l'italiano di alcuni colleghi giornalisti. Allora, giusto per prendere quei 5 minuti di tempo, le diamo la parola perché l'ambasciatore l'ambasciatore Giorgio Hara terrà il suo intervento con l'ausilio poi di queste grafiche.
Sure, all right.
It's your turn.
I wish I could speak in Italian, but I cannot. Sorry about. Then slides, please. Yeah. This is you know this train? This is an Italian train, which used to be operated in Torino area. It's my best train. Because I'm showing this one, this is a picture from the Hara Model Railway Museum that I built in Yokohama. We have many Ferrovia Stat trains here. To create these trains takes a long time. I'm going to show a completely different picture. This is a heart seat. Can you operate, please? Can you move it? Can you see? This is a heart seat taken by when you become the heart failure, you may have no choice but heart transplantations to take somebody's heart, but your immune system is going to resist. It is not so good. I'm also the professor of medicine at Osaka University. So we invented new ideas to culture the patient leg cell and converted it into the heart seat. Once this seat is pasted onto the damaged heart, you can cure. It doesn't require any kind of operations, surgeries. It's revolutionary technologies. He's the inventor, Dr. Sawa. In comparison with heart transplantation, it's much easier, gentle, and less expensive and faster. This is another one. If you unluckily encounter the traffic accident, you may end up being in a wheelchair for your rest of life. But this is treated mouse and untreated mouse. This is untreated mouse. I think you can, leg is unclippered. But can you video for treated mouse? Same mouse. They can walk, right? Because once your spinal cord is damaged, that cannot regenerate by itself. But this guy, Dr. Okano, he invented regenerative spinal cord. So once it is injected onto your vein, that regenerative cell is going to go to the damaged part of your spinal cord, and once it's reconnected, then person can stand and walk again. These are miracle. It used to be called the miracle, but now becoming real. These are all new technologies. It's all based on the iPS cell. The Professor Yamanaka, he's a Nobel laureate. He invented iPS cell. So basically from iPS cell we can create anything, any organs. So blind person can start to see again, and many miracle is becoming real. However, these new technology may not be translated into the cures or to the product because short-termism. As you know, the company is composed of employees, customers, suppliers, and shareholders, and local communities, and even the earth. But unfortunately, recent tendency, it arisen from the United States, Wall Street, is many people believe in the States, company is owned by shareholder alone. As a result, simply the CEO's mission is maximizing shareholder values. This is too bad. If this is true, if you make your entrepreneurs, most of the audiences, make $100 million profit in 10 years, you are going to be expected to make the same $100 million in shorter period, 5 years, 3 years, 2 years. The shorter the better. Any technology which requires long term is no more considered as a good business model. So most profitable US business model is just speculative financing. This is going to ruin our society. This is showing this is dividend and buyback. Dividend and buyback, that is the only return to the shareholders, has been increasing very rapidly. If you make a profit like $100 million, would you like to distribute everything to the shareholder? No. But look at this. IBM, 113%, Microsoft, 119%, Hewlett-Packard, 168%, Time Warner, 280%. So more than 100% of the net profit is only given to the shareholders. This is a fundamental problem. Started from Wall Street and the city. It's a problem, the US, UK financial problem. It's spreading around entire Europe and Japan. We have to stop it. This is another case. The American Airlines encountered financial difficulties in 2008. They went into the recessions, so they requested, the management, CEO requested the employees to accept the pay cut of the $340 million. As a result, what happens? Company survived, but management took bonus of $200 million. This is not acceptable at all in Japanese ethics, but this is okay in the United States. Because company is owned by shareholders, yeah? This is shareholder, I think, shareholder own the companies. Employees' salary is a cost to the companies. Since management cut the cost, the value of the company went up. Therefore, the management deserve receiving bonus. This is the logic. It's logically correct, but ethically wrong. So, as a special advisor to the Prime Minister of Japan, I am fighting against this kind of the movement in Japan. The shorter the better, that means speculative finance. If you do it, the speculative finance is end up as a zero-sum game. It's like a casino. If we participate in the game, if I win, all of you are going to lose. This is the end result of the zero-sum game. So if we repeat this zero-sum game a number of times, we end up having a tiny sector of the extremely rich persons and vast majority of the poor. And middle class are going to be eroded. So it is showing top 1% of the rich people is going to rise, but bottom 50 is from 1979 stays the same. This is the evidence. So we have to change what we can do to create the thick layer of the middle class. Who can do it? Entrepreneurs. Large corporation and government, we cannot depending on. Small companies, who is led by visionary leaders. They are the one who can change the world. In Japan, Toyota Motor, Toray, and those many companies are now following after the public interest capitalism. More than 80% of board of directors and corporate executives in Japan are supporting this concept. So companies are supported by these stakeholders. So we have to share the profit among the members who support the companies. And long-term view is very important. We have to think about allocate our resources, capital and human resources for short-term, mid-term, and long-term to think about the futures. So these are the very important things. But here, we should apply that ideas not only Europe or US or Japan, in developing countries. This chart shows by 2100, can you see 40% of the people in the world coming from Africa. 3 billion population increase is expected in Africa alone. And 90% of them are going to be born in the poor sectors. I want to do something together with you. Because those people stayed in the poor sectors, that is going to create these social instabilities, a creation of the wars, social unrest. So we want to change the world. The creation of middle class in Africa, Asia, and Latin America, but particularly in Africa is very important. That is going to affect on our economies. Right after my visiting Italy here, tomorrow I'm going to go to Africa and meet the head of 19 governors of the African central banks and then create new kind of the financial schemes. Provide a small amount of the capital without collateral to the poor people for them to start new businesses.
We have only 3 minutes. Ambasciatore non porta pene, no? Diciamo l'ambasciatore, quindi.
Grazie.
Only 3 minutes, excuse me.
All right, yeah. I am watching our time.
Rotti i rapporti col Giappone, definitivamente. Prego.
So, since you are the entrepreneurs, this is the last slide. If you are interested in doing an expansion of your business in developing countries, I created this model. in 2005 in Bangladesh. I chose Bangladesh because it's the poorest country in Asia. I created this, BlackNet. It's a telecommunication company in Bangladesh. Defter, this is the company I am chairman, created these companies. But I had the NGO, BLAC, that's Bangladesh Rural Advancement Committee, owned 40% of equities. So whenever we make a profit, 40% of the profit is going to go to this NGO. This NGO operates 20,000 schools and 3,000 clinics. Since NGO has no shareholders, so entire profit is going to be spent for educational and healthcare purposes. That is going to solve the education and healthcare problem in the developing countries. Once they reach in a certain threshold, then I'm telling the entrepreneurs in Africa, Asia, and Latin America to go for the public interest capitalism. Okay, my time is squeezed. Okay.
Thank you. Great. Cerchiamo di non incrinare le relazioni tra l'Italia e il Giappone e ringraziando l'ambasciatore, you are very, very smart, ambassador. You have your camera. Cioè, è fantastico, lui è arrivato qui con la sua camera, si è ripreso, ha preso Italian... Thank you.
Yeah, grazie.